Happy Friday, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Out in Muffin Militia, Filthy Casual Land. I hope everybody's doing good. We're doing a later stream tonight because, well, I just finally got to sit down at the computer to stream. I know, it's not a very good reason, but it is what it is. Joker just walked down and he's like, "You're streaming now?" Like, yeah, I worked all day, got home late, had to fix dinner, had to get my exercise done. I am finally back in the house. And I had to download this game that I'm going to stream. Actually, tonight we are going to check out, it's just something short, and it's fun, and it's silly. It is by a company called Robot Gentleman, and I want to thank them for giving me this copy to show off to you all. It is a reboot of a game called 60 Seconds. 60 Seconds Reatomized. It is just a fun game dealing with nuclear fallout, pretty much. So we're going to go check it out real quick. If you are in the Acid Rain campaign, please make sure you check in with Joker, because I know he'd love to have you involved in that tonight. You can also watch this later if you'd like. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube. And we're just going to show it off, because it's fun, and it's silly. And it's just kind of one of those nights. We need some silliness. We need some silliness. And we need some muffins. Between Joker having to go to the dentist today, and everything that's been going on recently. Okay, can my chat stop being silly here? There we go. Muffins! We need muffins. But, you know, it is what it is. I hope you guys are all having a good weekend. I hope your weekends have started. That's what I'm hoping. But we are going to pop this game up. I actually had it open, and now it isn't open, but that's okay. We're going to open it back up. It has different modes to it. It's a little loud. It's very vibrant, so watch your ears. I've turned it down a bit already. But here we go. Let's go check it out. Can't say I didn't warn you. Here's our lovely neighborhood, our lovely car. I saw the art style of this game, which is the first thing that attracted me to it. You can do, I love their little creative use of the X to close the window. Isn't that cute? Achievements, oh no, it's working. You get a wall full of achieves. Your options, really cute. It's a dashboard for a car. Take this down a little bit more. Alright. We're good. We're going to do a new game. It gives you options. Atomic Drill, which is a tutorial. I did that today. Oh, good, Rusty. How you doing? Yay, weekend has started. Yay! So this is your tutorial. This is perfect your post-apocalyptic skills and unlock fancy rewards in these special challenging adventures. Most achievements disabled. Scavenge supplies from your house and make sure the fallout shelter is well stocked by the end of your run. No survival included. And then this is experience one-of-a-kind post-apocalyptic adventure. Survive in your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. And then this is the whole thing. The full atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies and then survive the apocalypse. Okay, we're going to try this. Warning, and this shouldn't be a surprise to any of you. I'm going to really suck at this. But so there's different ways you can play this. There's a lot of reading, things that pop up. But it is pretty humorous, so let's check it out. We get to play Ted or Dolores. We're gonna play it on the cheap level here. We'll play Dolores. What you have to do is grab everything you can. I think you can only carry 5 items at a time and drop it down the hatch in 60 seconds. Okay, how do I pick these up? Okay, why am I not getting any of this? Okay, knock it over. F, E. Okay, we're supposed to be able to pick this stuff up. I'm not doing very well. Okay, there we go. Okay, our time has started. That's why it wasn't working. Get everything we can. We need water. We need soup. Okay, we can only carry 5 things at a time. Alright, you come here. We need you. We'll take this. Oh, we can't take that?
No.
He takes 3 spots. Ah, he's a fat ass. I see. Dump him down the shelter. Go, go, go. I don't have any of my children yet. That might be kind of important. Come here. Okay. I don't know where the daughter is. They want to see a girl. Oh, this is going to be sucky. You see a daughter? Oh, she's here. I'm not going to be able to get her. Okay, you got to bring your tuba on yourself here. Try to get her. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. I'm a terrible mother. I'm coming. Oh, God. I didn't make it. I've died in the nuclear holocaust explosion. No. Well, shit. Let's see. That was the shortest game ever. And thanks for being here. Okay, well, we're going to start that over. Because I don't want to, like, start living. That was fast, wasn't it? I don't want to try to start this without more family members. Let me get the family members first. How you doing, Cass? I've only played I messed around for about 20 minutes in the fully stocked shelter. So, yeah. I guess the first couple seconds is for you to see where everybody is. So you can grab them. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing all right. Good deal. Okay, he's in there. Kids in the bathroom. Where's the annoying daughter? We gotta jump her first. This damn tuba. We'll throw the 3 of them down there and then we'll get supplies. As soon as the hands pop up, we can start grabbing them. Alright, dump her. Oh, where's the shelter? Oh my god, oh, it's back here. Kid. Where's the kid? Where's the kid? I just saw him. Oh, he's there. Okay, here's the husband. Come on. Can I get in the door, please? Okay. Okay. Oh, God. We're not going to have any supplies. As a mother, I've got to get my kids in first. All right. Got to get to the shelter.
No.
Oh, guys, we're going to have 2 cans of soup. And we're going to have, like, oh, God, this is bad. Gotta go back. Oh, we sucked, man. Oh, we're screwed. We're so screwed. And there goes the bomb. You can't jump in. You have to wait. You have to sit there and it pulls you in. Yeah. We have 2 bottles of water and 2 cans of soup. This is going to suck. Oh, okay, 4 and 4. 8 took pity on me, and there's an axe. Day 1. All of us made it to the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. So they have a map, a gas mask, and an axe. Our shelter full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. So these are the supplies we currently have. Wish we could just leave. Sitting down here with barely anything to do is driving us crazy. We don't have a radio. We don't have crap. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. Okay, well, we're not eating today. Sorry. So I don't know if you ever get out of the shelter or not. Well, they do have a media kit. I didn't want to spoil too much of it because I wanted to play it without really knowing much about what was going on. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Dolores is fine. as much as anyone can be. Ted is doing all right. Ted's the dad. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Okay, so everyone's okay for right now. We're not going to eat today either. Ted is happy to risk his life in the waste. We can send. We're not going out yet. Sorry, guys. Every new smell attacks our noses. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We'll probably check that hole out and see what the source is. Well, we might as well. Oh, a med kit. I've totally read that wrong. I thought I said a media kit. Yeah, the med kit we don't have. But I think you get one a little ways in. Ah. We found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we were luckier. We gave the rat a proper burial and an empty can. He deserved it. Dolores is the mom. She needs water.
I gotta follow. Mom, get the camera!
Thank you, Sunday Refugees, for that follow. I appreciate it. Alright, day 3. Mary Jane is very thirsty. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Okay, so let's just do water. There's 4 servings per bottle. Okay, it looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Ted is we don't have a med kit, so we can't risk it. What was that, a rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats. And what's with this double tail? We can't let that thing get to our supplies. Okay, we're going to use the axe on it. Means we'll probably break it, right? Day 4. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still atop of the food chain. Good for us. Dolores is not thirsty. Ted is no longer thirsty. Okay, no one's thirsty. That's good. We're not eating today either. He's ready to... Okay. Well, it's still irradiated. I don't think it's safe yet. Well, it's not going to be safe for quite a long time, but... He could wear the gas mask, but let's not do that right now. Pretty good shape. No, we're going to wait. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments in close quarters. Doesn't help. We're getting chatty, and then suddenly we're fighting. Oh, I wonder where they go to the bathroom down in this thing. That's what I was thinking about earlier. That would be the really super gross part. Ugh. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Everything seems okay. We're probably getting hungry. There's so much going on with Ted. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane. Timmy is good. Okay, we'll all have soup today. How about that? Maybe it'll make people less bitchy, right? Yeah, I know it doesn't. But the fumes. Any, like, toxic fumes. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. But we're not going to take that risk yet. One of the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out to give it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead to? No idea, but let's find out. We don't have a weapon or a flashlight. Oh, great. Because I couldn't maneuver the damn corners fast enough to grab any of it. God knows we were lucky enough to get any soup and water. Things better left untouched, and then no, whatever's behind that door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it just to be sure nothing and no one comes through. Dolores won't last without water. Okay, they all need something to drink. But someone's going to have to go out soon because we need supplies. Hey, Papa Tater, how are you? Hey, Zoan. Well, with not eating or drinking, not much need. That's true. That's true. Ted is vigorous to go. It's, we still have enough food and water to get through a couple days. A group of doctors knocked on the door, requesting some supplies that would be helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt they were the real deal. They did have lab coats. Shall we help them? No. This is like nuclear fallout. You know, screw everybody else. I'm sorry. Very true, Rusty. Very, very true. What is this scam? They're not even real doctors. No way we're giving these crooks anything. Not thirsty, not thirsty. Awesome. Okay, we're not having anything today, guys. Sorry. Good shape. Pretty good shape. Feeling excellent. Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the walls? They're driving us crazy. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. We don't have anything relaxing. You can play with the axe. Or the map. They're getting a little cuckoo. We can live with these noises, right? We can even be friends. Mary Jane started acting even more crazy than she usually does. So it's not weird that Timmy is now wearing a soup can on his head and pretends it's a helmet. Boredom can really get to you in a shelter. Ted has gone crazy. Mary Jane went nuts. Timmy's behavior is odd. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Alright, fine. Have something to eat. Good lord. There's nothing to do here. I am sorry, people. We're gonna send Ted out. If he's crazy, might as well get him out of here for a while, right? It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. Nope, sorry. Got you and your sock puppet are getting ready to take a trip, buddy. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Ted is really tired. Okay, everyone's all tired. Yes, we can have some water. But Ted's got to go out. Oh, he can't go out. He's crazy. Oh, great. Okay, we're going to send the daughter out. There she goes. You talking to your hand, puppet? Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. He's not thirsty. Timmy's not thirsty, but he's acting weird. And she's not thirsty, and she's rested. So she's the only sane one. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way into the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Oh no. Why'd you look at my map, Monty Python crazy person? Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away, waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Oh my god, I love that movie. Absolutely crazy. Ted's mental health worries us all, but he is rested. We're worried about Timmy's state of mind, but he's not doing very well, and today's been fine for Dolores. Okay, we're gonna save our soup. One thing you don't expect is a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your doorstep and claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? No. Hell no! Well, the girl's not back yet. We didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Ted's mental health worries us. He needs to drink something. Timmy hasn't recovered his full mental competence. Wish we could help him somehow. Dolores has to drink sometimes. It's the last of the water. Today during breakfast, we were startled when our map slid off the wall. We checked the nails holding it, but they were all firmly in place. It could be a poltergeist. Maybe we need to perform an exorcism to get rid of it. Anyway, in the wall behind the map, we discovered some sort of safe. We're curious. Yes, let's open it. Open it! It's your fallout shelter in your freaking house. How can it have all this hidden stuff? We're not sure how or why the map just decided to slide off the wall, but we're lucky that it happened. Inside the safe, we found supplies. Ted's mental health worries us. He's not thirsty. Timmy's not thirsty. Dolores is not thirsty. No one gets anything. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Sure. Ooh, it sounds like the girl just got back. She's looking rough. Gladly accept this sudden gift, and despite our suspicions, it turned out that it was just the regular tomato soup that we all know and love. Thank you, kind stranger. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food different than tomato soup, a real treat in these post-apocalyptic times. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made us stop in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, crashing into the store and destroying it completely. After the dust settled, we realized we were looking at a spaceship. Just like in Timmy's comics, could it be saucer men from Mars? Then why does it bear American flag on the side and the logo of something called Astro Citizen? Could it be infiltration? Crafty little alien buggers? Under a bunch of space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. The bear looked disappointed. We ended up turning him around. We could not handle his judgmental button eyes. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock. Not sure how the sock made it through the crash, but it somehow succeeded at protecting the supplies inside. Oh god, we got a flashlight. Yay! We attempted to take a bunch of jewelry that was rolling around in the debris, but what would we do with that? Instead, we adopted some things that survived thanks to being stuck in an empty space helmet. Ted's mental health worries us. He's hungry. Mary Jane's acting quite peculiar. She needs some food. She's tired. She's contracted an illness. Timmy isn't himself, and Dolores is quite calm. Alright, let's feed everybody. Ted is not the best. Dolores says she's fine. She's the strongest. I'm afraid to send her anywhere. We'll send the kid out. How about that? He's bored. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. Hey, meat is meat at this point. We decided to see what's going on. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door and let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it will come back later. Ted is still crazy as a loony bird. He's not hungry, but he needs a drink. Mary's diet could use some food. I just fed you, Mary Jane. She's not happy. She seems sleepy. Timmy's acting weirder than normal, and Dolores wants water. Well, we're about to send you out into the wilderness, so go have fun. Go play with all the debris and radiation. Enjoy. Okay. Timmy went out. Bad mental health. Could use some food. Aren't there any drugs we could give Mary Jane? Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. She seems to have lost the ability to reason. Nope. We need the first aid kit for emergencies because it's one-time use only. Y'all can have a little bit of food. That's it. That is it. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more, maybe discover if anyone else has made it to safety. Your radio could help with this. I'm afraid if we use it too soon, it's going to break on us. So let's save it. Dolores hasn't changed positions yet. I love it. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Ted is still mental. Mary Jane's diet could use some food. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't stand anything to complain about, or find anything to complain about today. Y'all had food yesterday. Alright, we can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker. We can start thinking about getting away as far as possible. Who would have thought that the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the running part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Oh, when is there a damn phone up in this joint? We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio working in working order. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Mary Jane needs food. She's not completely sane. She's thirsty and has to drink something. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for much longer. Okay, well, y'all are about to be out. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again. Then suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Someone go answer it. He's already crazy. Let him go talk to aliens on the phone. Look at his facial expression. And she just keeps blinking her eyes at him like, are you serious? This is kind of how I look at Joker sometimes. Are you serious? When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information. When the call was cut short, something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Dad's mental health worries us. He's not thirsty. Mary Jane could use some more food. She's not any better. He isn't mentally stable. Well, what teenage girl is, right? Lost the ability to reason normally. Dolores is no longer thirsty. You can have a little bit of food while your son is out there slaving away. It's become more and more difficult to breathe in the shelter. We suspect there might be something wrong with the ventilation. Maybe it got stuck somehow. We need to investigate. We don't want to suffocate, so that's kind of a duh moment there. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting where they fled. Timmy should have returned by now. We need to face the worst possible scenario. He might not be coming back. Mary Jane's condition isn't any better. She isn't still completely sane. It fills us with worry, but there's not much we can do. Ted was hurt. Ted seems to be losing it. Either we do something or this bunker will drive him insane. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Alright, fine. You can have that. You don't get food, though. Ted could try his best for the surface. Dolores is the only one that's sane. We're not sending anyone right now. We're about to take a cautious peek outside when a furry beast jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by a fat, heavy hamburger diet because it was our dog friend and not a mutant lurking to chew our bones. Good boy. He seems to be hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? Well, we'll have to because it's a doggy and I like doggies. So there you go. 8:21. Oh, the gas mask is ripped. How'd that happen? Dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name, and the right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. He was a good boy. Pancake stayed around for a while, but he was gone the next morning. We can bet he will be back. What Ted did today was really absurd. During dinner, he suddenly jumped up out of his seat and started boxing the gas mask hanging on the wall. He appeared to trade insults as well as blows with the inanimate object. Apparently, he had mistaken the mask for a bloodthirsty stranger intent on stealing our cans. Although we were very impressed with his right hook and his eagerness to defend our family, violence is really not his style. Also, the mask is completely destroyed. Ted really showed it who's boss. Ted seems to still be losing it. Either we do something or this bunker will drive him insane. I'm going to send him out. His injuries are fixed. He needs a drink. Mary Jane, we need to cure her, get her something to drink. There's no coming back from Mary Jane if we keep ignoring her weird behavior. And Dolores needs water. Well, there's not enough for everybody. Give you soup. Oh, we can't use that. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna send Ted out because he's already crazy. stumbled upon a weird signal when changing radio frequencies. We're pretty sure that behind layers of terrible static and screams we could hear a voice. A voice speaking in a foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? We should probably listen to it, but what about the children? Let's listen to it. There's only one child here and she's fucking nuts. We've got to have supplies. We were relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't Soviets. Turned out it was Canadians, which isn't that much better. That's funny. Either way, they're foreigners, and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word. How disappointing. This is madness. Apparently Mary Jane is so bothered by her nightmares she refuses to even close her eyes for fear of seeing the monstrosities that are troubling her. In a desperate attempt to break free from them, Mary Jane decided to swallow the batteries from our flashlight. According to her, it was supposed to give her enough energy to stay awake for at least a week. Although we find her idea highly unlikely to succeed, she seems very lively today. She's sitting up straight and staring at us with her eyes wide open. However, she does keep muttering something about humanoid mutants inside the shelter. She's not doing very well. Ted seems to be losing it. Either we do something or this bunker will drive him insane. It's like he got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. Well, we don't have any water. Mary Jane's condition isn't any better. There is no coming back from Mary Jane if we keep ignoring her weird behavior. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Bye, Ted. See ya. Have a nice trip. Get out. Get out of here. Day 23. Ted left for the surface. Are there any drugs we can give Mary Jane? There are not. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Y'all can split a soup. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside. No, we shouldn't. We only have one can of soup left. Look at her hair. Our grandparents always told us never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Yeah, they need water, but we don't have any. Learn that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell. It has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. That's fine, whatever. I'll give her something to do besides sit there and bat her eyes. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ended on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved. She is still rather sick. There is no coming back if we keep up with this weird behavior. She keeps fainting. We don't have any water. We can have soup. When we looked closely at our map, we noticed someone had written a set of mysterious directions. Bye! Dolores might be the only one that survives this. She didn't go? Well, she did go. Nope, we were following the map directions closely. We ended up walking right into a pile of rubble and ruining the damn thing. Well, that's great. They aren't going to live without water. Hey, it's Pancake, our friend. He's back, but he seems nervous and he's barking. When we opened the door, he rushed out, only to come back a moment later. Let's follow him. Let's take the axe. Everyone's going to die if we don't. Okay. Everybody dead? A man with an axe is a force to be reckoned with. Those two things we ran into while following Pancake learned this the hard way. Pancake was a real hero. He chased them off and nearly made one of them leave their trousers behind. Not that anyone wanted them, yuck. Who would have guessed those two would have had a respectable stash of water? Forget the trousers. They left a liquid fortune behind. We don't remember leaving a collection of skulls hanging of the remains of our white fence, but it didn't seem that suspicious. We got a bit worried. When someone started shooting at us, we realized something is profoundly wrong with a band of half-naked, crazed raiders jumped out of the ruins and chased us away. Tough luck. If we only had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. When Mary Jane found out she was not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'd regret this, and she's getting her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified right now. Of all the places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. We held out for 30 days. There you go. That's as long as we made it. You were driven away. You failed. 30 days. Water consumed 6. Soup consumed 6. Successful expeditions. Items brought back. No decisions. Yes decisions. So this is a fun little game. Let us play with the stocked shelter. And you guys can see that one. Oh, hi Dolores. How you doing? Alright. Survival. Survive your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. Yes, let's play on the low setting until we get it figured out a little bit better. And we do hope you like tomato soup. One of Joker's favorite things, so that would be good. Alright, here we are. Look, we have an axe and a gun. I have a jug of water. We have cards and a checkup. Oh, I like this. We all made it to the shelter. Plenty of water. Shelves are stored with full of cans. Good amount of supplies. You guys aren't going to eat for a while. It is difficult to prepare for unforeseen circumstances when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so does that make a lot of sense? We can say we were prepared. We can't say we were prepared for what happened. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality. Ted is fine. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Timmy might not look like it, but he's strong. Mary Jane seems fine. Nope, nothing today, guys. No, we don't need to go out yet. We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. You've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. Should we prepare a mushroom feast? Oh, hell no. These things could be poisonous as all hell. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, fungus is one of them. If Ted doesn't... Okay, they all need to drink. Okay, fine. We will get something to drink. There you go. We're going to wait another day or two. 1 minute it was fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? Called boredom and being in close quarters. Alright. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Ted isn't thirsty. No one's thirsty. Awesome. We're gonna wait on food. Still unsafe. There's something stuck in the ventilation. Maybe something stuck. We need to investigate or we might suffocate. Let's do our scout handbook. Using the Dolores didn't look good. Using the handbook to research vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figured it was full of pointers on how to fix things. Must have been had chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects. Dolores came down with a sickness. There's nothing going on with Ted. Timmy is on his best behavior. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud. We'll let everybody eat. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards. Mary Jane's ready. Timmy's in good health. The mom is not in good health. We're gonna wait. We got plenty of supplies. We had some spare munition, but it's gone. Okay, let's look for it. Found it. It was covered by a can. Too bad it was empty, but at least we'll have our bullets back. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. All she wants is water. Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. We're gonna wait. Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the scout book we keep in our shelter. We have no doubts what needs to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role, and the diary must be read aloud, right? Yes. She'll be horrified, but still. It's something to do, right? We managed to read the first sentence, then there was darkness and pain, lots of pain. The diary is gone. Let's never speak of this again. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Dolores was hurt. No one's thirsty. Okay, fine. We'll waste that on you. We're gonna wait another day or two. It's high time we stopped wondering what's going on and started asking questions. So how about tuning to a radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? I'm assuming we don't have a radio. Ignorance is bliss. Okay, Dolores was cured. Nothing new with Ted. Timmy is good. Mary Jane's handling the situation fine. We'll do an expedition because it's quiet. We're looking through our map and we came across a few markings that were not original. Someone has added a pointer to a locator near us. What would we find there? We don't know. Maybe it's worth sending someone. We'll send the dad. Map directions were a cruel joke or just a child's playful imagination. We found nothing and only wasted our afternoon running around. All Ted wants is water. 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 Either of us, some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most able and responsible person for the quest. None of them can go outside. Why? What to take outside? Who should go outside? We'll send the daughter. Because apparently Dad wasted his day with a ridiculous map. She went outside. No one's thirsty anymore. We're not going to ration yet. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it. It was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill somebody in the name of freedom. Nope. Not opening that door. Hell no. Day 11. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was the wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Timmy needs to eat something. Ted is fine. Dolores is calm. Okay, Timmy, you can have some soup. We played a game of list the things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that the little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Now maybe it's the time to find out. But who would do the honors of stealing the possessions? Mr. the kid. Because he's little and can get into small spots. Oh, he's sick. Whoops. We opened the safe, we heard a loud bang, and the room filled with thick, nasty smoke that smelled of rotten eggs. That bastard booby-trapped the safe. Sure, it slowed us down, but it didn't stop us from taking his most prized possessions. Take that, Ned! What do we get? Ted needs water. What's this? Dolores is thirsty. Timmy's no longer hungry, and he's thirsty. don't have a first aid kit to use on them. It's hard being down here, living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves even in more trouble. I hope the girl brings some stuff back. Hopefully she comes back. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope that help comes soon. Ted's stomach's rumbling. They're all hungry. Timmy's sick. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. But we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. If that's even possible. Our hope is that the brave soldiers will come to rescue us. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. Oh, the well-stocked government shelter. All we need to do is make contact. Well, we don't have a radio. We have to get the radio first. Oh God, the phone's ringing. There's one thing we need to do. It's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling outside around waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Ted is hungry. Dolores would love some food. Timmy's getting sicker. You guys are going to have to wait. Telephone rang, thinking we would never hear it ring again. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go answer it? Sure, why not? We answer the phone. We can clearly hear survivors from the town of Hill Valley. We exchange some information. Hope they'll get back to us. Stomach is rumbling. Needs to eat. He doesn't need much, but he should drink. Okay, you get water, and you two get food. After all the days we spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad, real bad. It didn't bother us until we noticed it, and now we're about to get sick. So why not take a shower? We don't have soap, but there are other alternatives to consider. I don't think he will bug spray. The gas mask will help you from not smelling each other, right? Oh, he looks like he's getting healthy again. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive just a bit longer, dirty ears shouldn't have much of a problem. But to be sure, dibs on the gas mask. Ted is no longer hungry. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink. Dolores is not hungry. None of them will survive without water. Dolores and Timmy both love to read. They're also both craving some fun and challenge that doesn't include radioactive agony or being eaten by a mutant raccoon. They decided to hold a competition on who can read the scout book faster. Insane. Should we let them? Oh, sure, why not? We'll keep them busy for a little bit. Oh, sounds like the girl's coming back. She doesn't look too hot. Oh dear, they basically tore the book apart, and it's impossible to say who won. Both Dolores and Timmy seemed really content, though. Maybe one book is a small price to pay for their temporary happiness. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Proud Ellison Hotel was completely destroyed. Piles and piles of luggage were lying between heaps of rubble, and only a few rooms on lower levels partially survived. Now we know the secret of their restaurant chef. It's tomato soup! No wonder they were a 5-star hotel. This last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burned out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we can build a vehicle of our own. We'd better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. Ted is no longer thirsty, Dolores is no longer thirsty, Mary Jane needs food, and she gets food. It's awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Yeah, we can send somebody. As we were considering alternatives to the canned soup diet, a sudden knock at the door broke our line of thought. It turned out we were visited by a band of survivors who were in pretty bad shape. All they wanted was to get something to drink. We can give them soup, but I'm not giving them water because we don't have much left. Day 18. Our readers had problems finding words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs. They all wished us the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. Maybe we hope they make it out there. Hungry. No energy. Everyone has to drink sometimes. Is there any water left? Dolores would love to eat. Timmy's hungry. Okay. Okay, the only thing left to do is choose the right person to go outside. Let's send the mom. She hasn't been anywhere yet. See ya. Bye, Dolores. Oh, well, now they're looking even more messed up here. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Mary Jane could use some food. Ted needs water. And Timmy needs water. Water, food. Oh dear, we just remembered we plan on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there. We are going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb in warm places. Really? We can make it work even in Toronto. Question is, where would we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Hungry, no longer thirsty. They're not direly hungry, so nothing today. As long as we have food, we can stay locked away. Brave soldiers will come to rescue us. We need to find a damn radio. We don't have one. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis. Yes, I know, but we don't have that ability. Timmy's good. No one gets anything. We were sure we'd look through our supplies carefully, but Mary Jane spotted something all of us missed. A seed, a plant seed. Should we plant it? We need a bottle of water for that. Should we use it? No. And it would take forever for a seed to grow. Let's be smart about this. I heard a door knock. Plenty of water, but better ways to use it. Mary Jane will have to think of another way to occupy herself. She took it harder than thought. She's really emotional, invested into growing that plant. Rumbling stomach, hungry, and some water. Hungry, water. There's a man on our doorstep and he wants to be our friend. At least that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have acquired an extra pair of arms as a result of some weird mutation. He assures us we'll not get sick and asks for our help. We can provide him with his group with some supplies. They will repay us by helping us fight off the next raiding party. Okay, well there is soup. That's all I can give you, because we have like 1 bottle of water left. Whether it was pity or just fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end, we agreed to his terms. We will be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially someone with so many arms. Ted is hungry. Looks like he has 1 foot in the grave. He needs a drink. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink. Timmy is no longer thirsty, but he should eat. You need food. You guys need water. The woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel. Riding that camels have 5 legs, the animal is carrying a pack of goods for trade. Offer 1 water in exchange for a checkerboard, which we have. Offers 4 water in exchange for a radio. We don't have any water. 2 waters. Yeah, we don't have any water. Sorry, guys. We can't trade you what we don't have. Now I could trade you soup. In the end, we decided her offers were not for us. Maybe another time. No longer hungry, no longer thirsty. Stomach is rumbling. Well, he's going to have to just have a rumbling stomach. When we opened the shelter today, we saw a letter laying on the ground. It was a cry for help from a group of friendly survivors nearby. Or at least that's who they claim to be. They're asking us to bring some supplies over to a set location. No. They're just going to jump you and kill you or take the rest of your ship. Oh, it sounds like Dolores is back. Oh, she looks like shit. Alright, maybe some other day we can reconsider. We were glad to see Dolores came back safely. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside. Even food different from tomato soup. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made it stop in our tracks. Something fell from the sky on it. It was a spaceship! Under a bunch of metal space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. 2 soup, 2 water. Someone stuffed some items into a big sock. Ooh, we got a radio. We got a first aid kit. We window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burned out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe future expeditions will be more lucky. Hungry, hungry. She is very ill. She's the only one that gets anything right now. We're going to send Ted out. A coded note was left on our doorstep. It's all symbols and numbers, some sort of cipher that will need to be cracked before you can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for this challenge, however, it's hard to tell you how long this would take her and could prove to be a waste of her time. Yes, go ahead. I'll keep you busy. And if you solve it, we'll give you the first aid kit. Dolores just sat down with the code and started working on it. She looks very focused. Let's hope the note is worth staying up at night. Dolores looks very tired. Hungry, water. Hungry, ill. Jamie's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Water's what Mary Jane needs most right now. Let everybody have food and water. It's a good day to go outside and stretch for a bit. Bam! Day 27. Ted left for the surface. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Yes, she did. I just fed her. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. No longer thirsty or hungry. As long as we have food and water and we can stay locked in. Let's try to make contact with the radio. I love his fro. We knew it. The government has not fallen. They're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates on the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to wait further instructions. Fatigued, not eaten for a while, needs more rest, was cured from her illness. Mary Jane isn't worried. Okay. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder. No, we're not giving you any of our stuff. Fuck off. Not happening. Our grandparents always told us never buy anything sight unseen. Dolores would love some food. Timothy needs something to drink. Mary Jane needs water. Water, water, food. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell. Yes, you can homeschool, though. Give you something, or shelter school them. We'll give you something to do. Day 30. This is when we died last time. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise quickly found its way to a math revision, short physics, tinkering with random objects. The state of the shelter has improved. Okay, Dolores needs water. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty and is hungry. She's hungry. She needs water. There are only so many things you can do to a tiny bunker. We just thought, hey, why not play some games? They're not just for kids, you know. True. Luke and I play them all the time. Well, not as much as he'd probably like, but... We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. When Mary Jane is tired, she becomes cranky. She should be better in a few days. She is no longer hungry. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Timmy should eat something. When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath in fear we would soon hear children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open it up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out, and now they offer other items too. Smart girls. They offer... I don't know what this is. They offer a Boy Scout guide for cards, and then... whatever that is for the gun. No, you're not getting either. I'm sorry. Those things are important to us. Ooh, is he back? He's back. He doesn't look so hot. Although the girls were brave to walk around the wasteland, sadly they didn't have anything of interest to us. They wished us a nice day and left. Ted has safely returned. Only a handful of buildings in our town survived the blast wave. One of them was the local bus station. It used to be the central hub for bums and vagabonds, but now it just stands there empty. We decided it's worth checking out. Hopefully someone left a few soup cans behind. Our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship taking place somewhere in the boondocks. The bus was full of refreshing water and spare shoes. Unfortunately, none of them were a match for us, so we just took all the water bottles. Might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. Ted is hungry. Mary Jane is sleepy all the time. Needs something to drink. Dolores would like something to eat. Timmy is no longer thirsty, but some water would be nice. The kids need water, and the parents need soup. Yes, we'll send out the mom again. Our last edition brought news of a vehicle parked just down the street. It sure looked unique, but we never got close to giving it a good look. We're almost certain it's not an abandoned trap. Perhaps we should send one over to check it out. Alright, bye Dolores, see ya. Go get us a car so we can escape. Shocking discovery. It was a rusty tank. It was a little crispy around the edges, and it was also missing wheels and some other crucial parts. But the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing to just drive away and leave this radioactive hell behind us? Ted is hungry. He is tired. He needs water. She is no longer thirsty. Dolores is not thirsty. She's no longer hungry, but needs a drink. And he's no longer thirsty. Okay, so the adults need water. It's a good day to go outside and stretch a bit. Bye, Dolores! Go take your lovely apron self out into the wilderness. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Ted's stomach is rumbling. He's not thirsty. Mary Jane is tired. She becomes cranky. Timmy is good. Time to eat rations. When we opened the shelter door today, we saw a letter lying on the ground. It was a cry for help from a group of friendly survivors nearby. Nope. There's no way of knowing if any of this is even true. It might be a trap of a prank, but even if it's true, we need to think of ourselves first. Ted's stomach's rumbling. He's tired. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. She's quite hungry. Can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful red-haired woman accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she'd brought along. You're not getting any of that. Sorry. Oh, you got a nice beard growing. Hard to turn her down because of the damn cheerfulness, but we did anyways. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tried to offer us schematics for some weird gun, and we turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around here anyways. Hungry. Needs a drink. Hungry. But not thirsty. But hungry. Okay. We received another transmission from the Army. They'll be doing a quick sweep of the area and asked all survivors to leave markings at the nearest bus stop to indicate they're around. The markings are to be made with cards. Guess we won't be playing poker, but if that's what gets us rescued, then we can probably make that a sacrifice. Oh, I didn't sacrifice the cards. Whoopsies! Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we were. There is a good bet they will get back to us again, but when will that be? Hungry, food, not hungry. Our patience is wearing thin, and we thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look around to see if there's any trouble. We were about to step out when a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness. It's a doggy. We decided to check what's coming for us. It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired. We let him stay with us the night. Next morning, opened the door, let him out. He hasn't returned. Hopefully, he'll be back later. Ted is hungry. She's fine. No longer hungry. He's very thirsty. Both the kids need water. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, in our opinion. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? Day 39. We thought we were brave enough to carry out this dangerous mission, but the elderly group had a bunch of war vets among them. We didn't even manage to get close to their camp. They started shooting in the air and screaming insults. We can't believe we wanted to rob them. Let's just forget about this. We don't think Dolores is coming back from the surface. It's been too long. Ted is hungry. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane is rested and is no longer thirsty. Knock knock sounds like always surprises and confuses us. It could mean anything good or bad. Let's open the door. Why not? We could be checking to see if there are survivors around. Turned out it was a nice mysterious fellow in a weird suit, and he gave us some soup. Opening the hatch was a bit risky. It seems like gave us awful sickness. That coughing is driving us crazy. Ted isn't hungry. He got 1 foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink. Timmy should eat something. He's not feeling well. There's nothing with Mary Jane bothering her today. Leave the kids by themselves. Your mother's dead. Sorry. Ted left. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He's shivering. He's no longer hungry. He's not talking about... Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink. She's thirsty and has to drink something. That's all the water, guys. Traveling salesman offers a soup in exchange for cards. Offers a water in exchange for chessboard. Offers 2 soup in exchange for the gas mask. Offers 4 water. Okay, you can have the gun for 4 water. Because I gotta have water. We still have an axe. Okay. We made the deal. Timmy's looking pale. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty, but she could use some food. Nothing today, guys. Need some extra supplies. Last time we went on a supply run, we noticed a damaged tank stuck in the rubble nearby. I'll have her go investigate because he obviously is very ill. Extra bit of firepower never hurts. We were more than happy to inherit a military-issued rifle. Yay! Alright, secure him. And we'll get them some food. Scratching on the door can only mean one thing. Our dog friend is back. We raced to open the door, not considering it might have been a mutant beast, but Luck smiled at us. The furry fellow seemed really tired and hungry. Yes, she can feed him something. Even though we're getting low on food. But that's okay. We shall prevail. The dog was back to his former self. We named him Pancake. Pancake, he was a good boy. Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone next morning. We can bet he will be back. Mary Jane could eat, and Tim was cured. We'll get you water. Last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player. He probably never played the trumpet in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded we let the merryman enter. No. Sorry. We didn't answer the peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. She could use some food, and he's no longer thirsty. Well, you're not getting food. Today we met a bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween doctor outfits. They claimed to be a field hospital moving from place to place and attempting to help those hurt. The problem is some of the supplies got eaten by something that looked like a Sasquatch. They're asking us if we have any spare hydrogen peroxide. Well, we don't, but we can give them water. Somebody's back. No, the dad is back. A bottle of relatively clean water is the closest thing we'll ever get to hydrogen peroxide. The guests were grateful. Ted has safely returned. Theater means actors, and where you find actors, you can easily run into mimes. And so we approached the theater on our tiptoes, but in the end we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mines, so we bravely went in to explore. We half expected the theater cafeteria to be in a sorry state. Surprisingly, the atomic blast spared most of it, and we were able to admire their selection of foods. It was very vivid. Small, medium, or large cans of tomato soup. We felt large cans were meant for us. So our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. Mary Jane could use some food. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. We're not going to take a trip. Another broadcast from the military. They said they need to locate the general area we're in and that they want to leave specific markings close by. They said the markings should be cards. Okay, fine. Buy playing cards. Cards are in place. All we need to do is wait for the army to pinpoint our location. Ted is hungry. Timmy's talking about nothing other than water. Mary Jane is thirsty. Okay, so there we go. Should we risk it? Nope. Our sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside saying, "Want to buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized the voice belonged to the old man Jim who used to live in our town. At least we think he did. We never quite figured out where he stayed. Should probably answer the question. It's impolite to keep people waiting. Ride pretty long on this one. Old Man Jim was always lovely and friendly to everyone, so of course we opened the door and fulfilled his request. He winked at us and told us the first rock is free. We were happy to hear. The nice rock is a good thing to have, but we don't think we'll be able to trade any of our supplies for it, even if it brings luck like he claimed. Ted is hungry. He needs a drink. Timmy's hungry. Awfully quiet outside right now. Let's wait. Sleazy looking trader. Nope. We're not falling for that crap. Nope. Our grandparents always told us never buy anything you haven't seen. That's no longer hungry, rested, no longer thirsty, no longer hungry, totally fine. No one needs supplies. We've heard some commotion above. We're pretty sure it's a band of raiders. Venturing outside might be quite dangerous. There's one person we truly miss. It's our great Uncle Terry. Your mom is gone and you don't... Oh, that's funny. He used to tell brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It would be so reassuring to hear one of those stories again, yet we don't have a photo of him. Just memories. Oh, I hear Pancake. Pancake, run for help! So, we are left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. World is too cruel. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. Water is Mary Jane needs right now. This morning's been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Okay, so the kids need water. Commotion. No, you're not going outside. Hey, it's Pancake. Our friend is back, but he seems very nervous. When we opened the door, he rushed out to only come back a moment later. What gear shall we take? No, I'll shoot you in the face. In the face. We've almost been down here for 2 months. The old saying goes, better safe than sorry. The rifle seemed to be the right choice of gear for venturing into the unknown. We didn't expect to run into trigger-happy folks who started shooting before asking questions. Gunshots were enough to send Pancake running. We got back safely, but he didn't show up. Better safe than sorry might not be the best choice of words if you got shot, and that's what happened. One of those thugs had a good aim. Aww. Mary Jane is hungry, no longer thirsty. Thirsty and hungry, no longer thirsty. Timmy got hurt. How did Timmy get hurt? He didn't go outside. Heard commotion again. Nope. Dreadful silence is becoming boring. We don't have that many things to talk about. Now, we can't just use the radio for entertainment all the time. Batteries could die, could break. There's nothing here. Maybe if we really try hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Every time we did something about Timmy's injuries. He's really tired. Mary Jane could use food. I don't have anything for your injuries, bud. Sorry. Bandits are at the door, promising us the worst fate we can imagine if we don't let them in. It's time to make a stand or surrender. Oh. We were able to fight off the bandits this time, but there's no guarantee they won't come back. We need to be prepared. The spare ammo we brought came in handy. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. It's high time we did something about Timmy's injuries. Timmy's very hungry. Mary is quite hungry and still tired. More bandits. Where are these military? During that, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. We peeked out in the morning. We saw a leather suitcase. Yes, you can take it. Let's see what's in it this time. The mysterious suitcase. We accepted it. Ooh, from a kind stranger. It was soup. Ted needs a drink. I need water. The last of the water, guys. The rock we got from Old Man Jim really was a lucky one. Today he came back carrying a big bottle full of fresh, cool water. He was very generous and allowed us to drink from it. Nice. Ted is still tired. He isn't thirsty. We can't ignore Timmy's injuries. He keeps falling asleep in his chair. Mary Jane sleeps all the time. We almost forgot about the one time we shared some water with a group of people dressed in lab coats. Out of the blue, they came back today and administered us some very healthy-looking shots. So they were real doctors after all, we think? Oh, looks like Timmy's healthy again. That's good. Ted hasn't recovered his energy. Timmy still hasn't rested up. But he is healed up. Mary Jane's sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. No rations. Searching by the sound of gunfire and screams, it seems like a band of thugs is taking control of the area. Going out could be very risky. We couldn't get a clear signal from the radio until midday, but after we tuned in on a military broadcast, we were left speechless. Not only did they not deliver on the evacuation promise, they also ordered us to dispose of all our firearms before the military arrives to save us. Who asks such a thing of an American? Fuck that. I'm falling for that crap. Not when a band of thugs is in charge. We decided to ignore the stupid orders. Who are they to tell us what to do? The U.S. government? Well, they probably are, but that doesn't mean they can take our gun over our dead bodies. Hungry. Water. Something to eat. Well, there is no water. Just when we thought we might have a quiet day, we got invaded. A group of bandits on the other side of the door. We were able to defend our home with a trusty rifle, but now it's just a piece of junk. Rumbling stomach, 1 foot in the grave, he doesn't get a drink. Well, you're all gonna die then. We don't have any water. Hard to keep track of the time down here. Terrible light barbs aren't helping. Too bad we can't replace them. It's something we've got to do about this. Alright, Dad, time to go out. Really ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck, we're even more tired than we were. There are other problems we need to face soon. Scaring off the raiders, radiation sickness. Oh, nobody could go. That's great. The end. Oh no, we died. Too many days without water took their toll. Ted died of hydration. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He was not likely to return. When Mary Jane found out she is not getting a single drop of water, she got furious, stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this and that she's getting her water one way or the other. We are seriously terrified right now. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. We survived for 60 days. Yay! You perished. It's like the happiest you perished ever. 14 water consumed, 12.75 soups. 2 times defended the shelter. Successful expeditions 4 of 5. 9 items brought back. 4 no's, 7 yeses. So guys, that is what 60 Seconds is. 60 Seconds Reanimaze. It's a remake of the original. But you can play all sorts of different game styles. You can do one where you just collect supplies. You can do one that we just did where you can survive in the shelter with supplies. You can do the full version where you have to get the supplies and survive. And then there's some challenges they make you do as another one. So there's a lot of different versions that you can play of it. But it's super fun. It's different. It's just a little short game. The art style is fabulous. I love it. Fun music. Fun idea. I really enjoyed it. I want to thank them for letting us have a copy. It's lovely. Very, very lovely. Robot Gentleman, thank you for the copy of the game to show off. I appreciate it. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for being here, showing me your lovely faces. Thank you, Sunday Refugees, for the follow. I will be back tomorrow, guys. I will be back with something else, probably something new as well. We will see how tomorrow pans out. But I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to go bop over to Joker's stream, and until then, I will see you all tomorrow. So I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely night. Until then, I'm out of here.